Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hi, it's Mike. Welcome to the show that's called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I got sidetracked. I should have done a podcast earlier this week, but I couldn't because I had to sneak off and help out some fundraiser for a local charity, and that's why I've been singing a lot about that kind of stuff. You see, charities, stuff like that. Feral cats.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Mike's feral cat Patches is okay. He survived getting snipped and
Mike's
vaccinated.
Daily
He is not
Podcast.
an anti-vaxxer, that cat. And he is now up to snuff. They checked him out, and he's good. And you know what? This was shocking. My lovely lady friend took care of basically everything. I've helped get the cat into the car, but then she drove him to the spot where they do the charity takes the cats then and has the special service done. Did I describe that as clearly as possible? She said that the vet, when he looked at or he or she, we don't know, we didn't actually meet the vet because this was all done through the charity service, said that Patches is actually an adult cat, well past middle age. Well, if you consider 5 middle age for a cat. I'm not sure. I've known some old cats, like up to 20, but Patches is over 5 years old. I was shocked because he's so kitten-like. But there you go. That's their estimate. I don't know how they figure this out, but, you know, they're vets, they're professionals, they know. And let's leave it to the professionals. Remember that expression? Leave it to the professionals. But Mike, you talk about all kinds of health-related stuff, and you're not a professional. Well, that's not very nice of you to say that. I am a professional.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Health reader. I'm fascinated by all things having to do with health, even though yours truly could be healthier. My BMI is not at the, well, I can never, who can reach that BMI level? You know what? If you can, kudos to you, but you're not like the rest of us. You've got some things with your body that just make it easier for you. The rest of us, BMI, forget it now. That's what Basil would say. Forget it now. That's right, the late, great Basil the boxer. And that's what he would say to Patches. Actually, so that makes me think maybe Basil knew Patches. Because if Patches is over 5 years old, well, Basil was alive up until 2020. July of 2020, we lost him. But he would have met Patches at some point and barked at him. It's fascinating to ponder, isn't it? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not for you, but for me, Mike Matthews, it is a bit. Hey, so we'll go with a podcast picture of how about a nice recent sunset that I saw? This was actually in Podcastro Valleymont, but I'll post this picture at MikesDailyPodcast.com because we all need a nice sunset now and then. I would like to post a picture of myself because I haven't done that lately, and it is my podcast, and I should post a podcast picture of my face because I'm just self-absorbed. But I can't find, if I find a good one, I'll post it. How about that? Because let me tell you, I've been sporting a gray beard now for almost close to a year, and I just feel very comfortable that I'm going to be 53 in a little less than 2 weeks. And I'm comfortable with and I'm comfortable with life in general as much as I can be. You know, it's never 100% for anybody, and I think I'm good. So we'll go with a podcast picture from something recently. How about that? All right. I'm laughing. I'm looking at this Halloween. I decided to wear the Pac-Man ghosts, Inky, Blinky, and Tinky, or whatever. They're Stinky. I forget what their names are. And I feel like nobody knows Pac-Man anymore, but that's okay. Or the ghosts. They forget, the eat the ghosts. Everybody knows. Where am I even going with this topic? I was talking about cats. Cats are very helpful for you. Did you know they can actually lower your risk of heart disease? This according to goodnet.org. It lowers your stress level, which in terms, this is what studies have found. Owning a cat lowers your stress level, which in turn will have a knock-on effect on your risk of cardiovascular disease. Owning a cat can actually lower one's risk of various heart diseases, including stroke, by around 30%. And I used to say no to cats because I would get, itchy and that kind of thing. But because the cat that we have, Patches and Rodler, both go outside a lot, and they're not hanging out in the house all day, incubating all that cat whatever, dander and stuff, and we really clean up after them, I think that I have not had the allergic reactions. No more than I would have with Basil from time to time. The purring helps to heal bones, tendons, and muscles. A cat purring is one of the most comforting sounds in the world, and while it certainly means your cat is happy and comfortable, the sound also has been long associated with the therapeutic healing ability on human bones and muscles. A cat purr creates vibrations at a frequency of 20 to 140 hertz, and studies have shown that frequencies between 18 and 35 hertz range, so within the range that cats have, can have a positive effect on joint mobility after injury. Scientists have begun talking about how the cat noise could help humans. They actually help you sleep better, too. 41% of people in the study indicated that they slept better because of their pet, while only 20% said that it led to disturbances. I guess it depends if your cat's going meow meow in the middle of the night. Oh, let me tell you, because we had to catch Patches, we had to catch him the night before. And that he was not happy with that. But, we did try to do that where we didn't catch him the night before and just caught him the morning of the procedure. That didn't work because he somehow knew what was going on. Somebody tipped him off and he never showed up. But the fact that we had him the night before, he made meowing sounds all night long. Yes, as you can imagine, we couldn't sleep. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valleyton, the last place on earth today. They will make you more attractive to women. Yes, women were more likely to be attracted to men with pets. This is according to research. A whopping 90% of single women perceived men with cats as nicer and more caring than those without. Cats reduce stress and anxiety. Cats mean fewer allergies for your kids. Children under a year old who were exposed to a cat were less likely to develop all kinds of allergies. Even just watching a cat video is good for you, apparently, too. It boosts viewers' energy and positive emotions while decreasing negative feelings. That, according to goodnet.org. And while I was trying to look up the benefits of cats, I accidentally looked up the benefits of cauliflower. I love cauliflower. I need to eat more cauliflower. I used to buy cauliflower constantly. I had a constant craving for the dang cauliflower. And I know Katie Lang is not a fan, oh, wait, I'm getting a call. Do you hear that phone ringing? That's probably Katie Lang. I better answer it.
Later that day.
Okay, I got Katie Lang on the phone. Katie, I love your song, Constant Craving.
Thanks, Mike. It's really great to talk to you on your show. And yes, Constant Craving is one of the best songs I ever wrote. And I wrote some other great songs, too. That was from my album called Ingenue.
Ingenue, that's right, Ingenue. What a fantastic album that was. Katie, what are some of the other albums that you put out, maybe that I would know?
Well, I did the soundtrack too. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. Remember that soundtrack?
I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. There was a... No.
And I also did, I think I did an Unplugged, and I did a couple other things. That's great that you asked. I really hate you.
Thank you so much, Katie Lang. It was great talking to you. Leave it to the professionals. That's what we're saying today. Actually, did you ever see her on Portlandia when she did that thing with the river? And she goes hiking. Oh! Jason Sudeikis was... Is it Jason Sudeikis? Why do I always get his wrong name? Jason Sudeikis with Main Justice. That's what I'm all about. Forget about whatever he's doing now. What's the big thing he's doing with the show on the Apple that I don't have? The South of Heaven. We're the Millers. That's it. We're the Millers, isn't it? Masterminds. Is it the one? Good gosh, I'm looking at his list of stuff that he does. It's endless. He was with Olivia Wilde from 2011 to 2020, and January Jones before that for a year. Wow, the women like him. Oh, that's right, Ted Lasso. I could not think of the name of that. He won a bunch of awards for that, didn't he? Okay, cauliflower. It has a lot of nutrients. It's weight loss friendly, incredibly easy to add to your diet. It includes plant compounds that may reduce the risk of several diseases, including heart disease and cancer. I'm going to end every sentence on an up note because I'm annoying and I'm a millennial woman. That's not nice. I'm a millennial. Cauliflower is high in fiber. There are 3 grams of fiber in 1 cup of cauliflower, and that is 10% of your daily needs. And fiber is important because it feeds the healthy bacteria in your stomach, and that helps reduce inflammation and promote digestive health. Consuming enough fiber may help prevent digestive conditions like constipation and inflammatory bowel disease, and shows that a diet high in fiber-rich vegetables like cauliflower is linked with a lower risk of several diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Fiber may also play a role in obesity prevention due to its ability to promote fullness and reduce overall calorie intake. And by that they mean intaking the wrong type of food that turns to fat, gives you diabetes, all that other stuff. This from healthline.com. Cauliflower also is a good source of antioxidants that promotes your cells in your body. Yes, you have cells. And it helps protect your cells from harmful free radicals and inflammation. Similar to other cruciferous vegetables, yes, cruciferous, cauliflower is particularly high in glucosinolates. And and there's another one that I can't pronounce, so that's a group of antioxidants that have been shown to slow the growth of cancer cells. Fascinating. It may aid in weight loss because it is low in calories. It also helps to be a low-calorie substitute for high-calorie foods, so you can substitute it for flour and rice. And cauliflower slows digestion. Yes, it slows digestion and promotes feelings of fullness. So it cuts down on the amount of calories you consume. Consuming lots of water-dense, low-calorie foods is associated with weight loss because cauliflower is 92% water. It's high in choline, and that's an essential nutrient that many people are deficient in. Choline. And that has several important functions in the body. It maintains the integrity of cell membranes, synthesizing DNA and supporting metabolism. It's also involved in brain development and the production of neurotransmitters that are necessary for healthy nervous systems. And it prevents cholesterol from accumulating in the liver. If you do not consume enough choline, you have a higher risk of liver and heart disease, in addition to neurological disorders like dementia and Alzheimer's. Not many foods have choline. So you got cauliflower, and then there's broccoli. So that's why you want to stock up on that stocky vegetable. It also has sulforaphane. Sulforaphane, that's also an antioxidant. It also has it's a low carb alternative to grains and legumes. You can make all kinds of things like cauliflower rice, cauliflower pizza crust. It's easy to add to your diet. You can eat it raw, dip it in something you like. It's not entirely fattening. There are a lot of great ways to... There you go. Cauliflower. Hey, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, 10, the last place on earth. Look who's here. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, the job supervisor. I really like cauliflower, and I also like snow globes. Yes, we have a lot of snow globes. Do you have any cauliflower snow globe cauliflowers? That's right, Mike Matthews. We have a bunch of those. I don't know what you're talking about. Excellent. Did you hear Katie Lang called? Yeah, Mike Matthews. I love Katie Lang. Who is she? She is a singer that was big in the alt country movement of the 80s and 90s, what we called y'alternative. What's that mean, Mike Matthews? I cannot explain. Look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, thank you for leaving it to the professionals. Yeah. For example, you got like this guy named Senator Ron Johnson. His YouTube channel was suspended after a video was posted claiming that coronavirus vaccines are unsafe. He's only got a 1 week suspension from YouTube, but, you know, the conservative talk show hosts are going to be like, oh, the world is going on. Johnson said in the video during a roundtable discussion, the updated figures today are 17,619. That is 225 times the number of deaths in just a 10-month period versus an annual figure for the flu vaccine. These vaccine injuries are real. He was referring to the numbers from Vaccine Adverse Effects Reporting System, which is a national self-reporting database for people to report vaccine reactions. Yes, yet the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has warned that changes in the numbers do not necessarily mean that a vaccine caused a health problem, because anyone can submit them. And guess what? Vaccine Adverse Effects Report System, or VAERS, they welcome all reports. But meanwhile, the senator, the wonderful senator from that place, said that once again, big tech is censoring the truth. This is what they all say. Big tech. Big tech is after you. The Democrats and big tech, they're in cahoots. They're in cahoots up in here with some main justice. If you don't know what I'm referring to with that, please look it up. It's some funny stuff. Jason Sudeikis doing the main justice. Well, there you go. This is so unnerving and awful that this got politicized somehow because someone didn't want to admit defeat in an election. Oh, Minnesota. Well, Wisconsin. Oh, he's from he was born in Minnesota. He's the senator from Wisconsin. Why? why the Republican Party is all about misinformation now and not trusting. It's our worst nightmare. It actually is, because 10 years ago, I was talking to my college roommate, and we were discussing how there were a lot of Republicans at that time saying, oh, they don't believe what scientists are saying. They don't believe what anything that is verified in factual form from science. And it's only gotten worse. Here's the thing, is if you do not believe in the science going on here, if you don't believe that, why don't you just give us your phone, your cell phone, and stop driving your car? Because the breakthroughs in technology for all of that. Oh, and don't use your computer. And none of that, because there's a reason why we have these things, and it's because of what scientists did, experiments they did in a lab to find out how this stuff works. Electricity and microchips and all of that came from the science world. So if you don't trust that, but Mike, we just don't trust anything that doctors say. Well, you kind of sound like my mom, but you know what? At the same point, my mom did get the vaccine, and she is trying to get the booster. Who can get the booster? I know somebody who got the booster. How the heck? I don't know if I'm not old enough yet or what. Cruciferous, everybody. Cruciferous. That's what it is. It's all cruciferous. But the thing is, as I'm wrapping up the show, is you can catch my radio show tomorrow and every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's a link at MikesDailyPodcast.com. And I would love to, because we're going to play some music, and I think you would love listening to it, because it'd be fun, and you'd be dancing around and forgetting about all these crazy things and crazy thoughts that people have. Maybe you go eat some cauliflower while you're listening and dance with a cat. MikesDailyPodcast.com with the link for that. And you can chime in about anything we covered today. 336MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast tries to be. Doesn't always succeed, but we do our best. And taking us out now, A-Frame.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, shush. Shush, A-Frame, shush. It's FF episode 2333. 2333. I spilled a smoothie on Bart today. Well, just before I got on Bart, I had the smoothie with a lid, so it was covered, but somehow the lid came off or something, and it spilled in my bag before I got on Bart. It was not good. I'm trying to be healthy, and I'm making a mess, and I just feel so inadequate. No, A-Frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!